Welcome to the Glenn Beck program. Tonight we are at Battery Gardens. It's a restaurant in Lower Manhattan. We're just a couple of blocks away from where the World Trade Center used to stand, and the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island are about a half mile out there. You can see the statue. We have a full hour with former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. She's now a Fox News contributor, and this is the first time that we've actually sat in the same room and looked eyeball to eyeball with each other. And I picked this spot because of that statue and what it means. Before we start, Sarah, I want to read to you what I wrote last night in my journal, because it's about you. Tomorrow I meet Sarah Palin and family for the first time. I'm actually a little nervous, as she is one of the only people that I can see that can possibly lead us out of where we are. I don't know yet if she's strong enough, if she's well enough advised, or if she knows she can no longer trust anyone. I don't know if she can lead and not lose her soul. That is where I'd like to go for the next hour. Find out if this is the woman that could lead us and not lose her soul. Hang on, here we go. Hello, America. Welcome to the program. Sarah Palin is here. When we were just in the theme there, you just said two words.
Yeah. That trust thing. You nailed it with that question, you know. Trustworthy people surrounding us, leading us. We've got to be able to trust, but very, very dangerous to trust people in this business of politics, Glenn.
You know, there's the reason why I selected this particular location for several reasons, but one of them is the Statue of Liberty. The main reason is the Statue of Liberty. There are very few things. If I say, think of the Capitol building, you don't trust it. Think of the courthouses. I don't know if everybody trusts that anymore. Think of the White House. You don't trust that. Think of the people you trust. I have learned in the last year especially, I can't trust anybody. And I know the moment that I learned that. I can tell you the specific moment and the specific person where it took my breath away and I went, oh my gosh, I'm living in a different world.
Yeah.
Do you know that moment?
I know that moment. Todd and I have had those moments with those around us. Happens to be those who have been in the political arena, not in our real world, our family. Trust people there, but not a comfortable place to be when there is so much doubt as to who you can trust.
Did you know, or will you share the moment when you were out on the road and you realized, I am surrounded by sharks. I'm surrounded by people who I didn't even think people were really like this.
You know, there were some of those who absolutely fit that description. There were others who were so amazing and awesome and sincere, and I thank God for those people who were surrounding the campaign who fit that description, because they were essentially the saviors of my sanity in the campaign. Had it not been for those who were sincere and wanted to see our ticket win, to serve for the right reasons, I would have lost all hope in this political system that we have that is embraced by voters because they don't know any better. I think especially the generation today that is a voting age, and they're looking at candidates, they're looking at campaigns, and they can see through the insincerity, they see the broken promises, and yet they feel, Glenn, that maybe they don't have any other choice. Maybe that's just the way it's going to be, and that's disheartening, and that's what needs to change.
I think people buy into, well, they're all like that, and a good portion of them are, not all of them, but a good portion are, and this is just the system, and this is just the way it works, and until we change that, I think nothing's going to happen. We got to break that.
Well, we break that by, at all levels, getting the real people, the sincere people, people who are almost reluctant to serve, to get in there, run for office, and be willing to put their lives on the line in service to their country, their states, their communities.
You and I have both, I mean, I was driving over, in fact, I wrote some notes here on...
While you were driving?
Well, no. No.
We don't do that in Alaska.
I wouldn't do that. No, okay. You and I both were, I think, the #1 and #2 Halloween costume of the year. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. We both have been nailed on Saturday Night Live as being stupid. We are also both just recently voted on the most admired list of people in the world. We both have been on the cover of major magazines in the last year. We're both probably top 5 most hated people in America.
I dare say.
We are both told that we just don't get it. Mm-hmm. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The coming out of nowhere, not having being out of the system. Mm-hmm. Can you survive and be out of the system?
I think that there are a whole lot of us who want to prove that you can survive and succeed being out of the system, because the system is broken. The system is what creates this disenchantment with the people looking at the political system saying, we don't like that. That is not a representative form of government that our country was founded upon. We want to change it. We want to see people succeed, not just survive, but succeed being outside of the system.
When I first started talking about radical, revolutionary, crazy people in the White House and surrounding this system, did you at first believe it?
I believed it. And we tried to wave some red flags in the election, John McCain and I, and those around us, as to what was coming. The obvious red flags, the redistribution of wealth statement that President Obama had said as a candidate. And we were perplexed at the end of the day that people heard those statements and yet still chose that route.
It killed me to vote for John McCain. And I voted for John McCain because of you. John McCain is a progressive. John McCain, he's an honorable man.
He is an honorable man.
He's an honorable man. And that goes a long way. That's a rare island to find. He's an honorable man. But he's also a progressive. He's big government. He was for the bank bailouts. He was for the health care. He's for all of it. He's for all of it.
Look what he's doing now, though. He, along with, I think, a whole lot of other politicians, are saying, maybe that more progressive road that we were on is not accepted by the electorate anymore. And that's why you see poll numbers changing. That's why you see pressure from the Tea Party movement, from others wanting those common sense conservative values ushered back in. Look what he's doing now. He's the one leading the fight against government taking over health care.
Do you believe? I don't believe any of these people anymore. Their time for mea culpa was over. Mm-hmm. You know, when they lost in 2006, because they were big spenders and they violated everything that they said that they were going to do, that was the time for them to come out and go, gee, I'm a dummy. I got lost. I've been lying, cheating, and stealing. I get it. They didn't do it. Then they lost with John McCain. Still didn't do it. When they come out now, this close to the election, why, as a voter, should I believe them?
A lot of voters won't believe any kind of change there in their thinking or the policies that they want to see implemented, and that's why you're going to see made manifest this anti-incumbency sentiment that so many of us are kind of embracing right now. And there'll be some exceptions with some of the incumbents, but overall I think people are saying, no, now's the time where a lesson is going to be learned.
Do you think there's going to be any difference between Chris Dodd and Blumenthal? It's the party, not the people. It's the parties, not the people. At this point, don't you think?
There is hope, though. There is some time for change here in these coming months. It all is incumbent upon the people, their voice, how loud they want their voice, how insistent they are that their candidates listen to them, actually hear what they are saying, actually hear these common sense solutions that are so clear to so many of us to be implemented to meet these healthcare challenges and to shrink government, not grow it, not hand this immoral debt to our children and grandchildren. Common sense solutions that Sometimes we're made to feel stupid because we believe in these common sense solutions, and they try to complicate things and try to confuse the electorate. Yeah, there's so much frustration out there, but I'm not going to lose hope that in these coming months, before this midterm election, before these 2010 elections face us, I'm not going to lose hope that things won't change.